We're standing opposite the Chinese embassy in London today, where campaigners are protesting the egregious human rights violations by the Chinese government against its Uyghur community. Here in the UK, and across the globe, people are beginning to recognize a worrying fact: the international system meant to protect and promote human rights is failing. And the reason behind this failure? China, a superpower relentlessly pushing its own brand of human rights, rights that prioritize economic development ahead of individual rights and freedoms, such as freedom of speech and expression. This news comes after research by risk and strategic consulting firm Verisk Maplecroft, who released a damning report just last week. The report notes that the UN Human Rights Council, or UNHRC, should prioritize the strengthening of human rights protection and promotion, yet the Council has become a battlefield where China and its ally member states are pushing their own brand of policies. The worrying scope of the influence of China's economic might has been further highlighted by recent research, which suggests that member states of the UNHRC most susceptible to influence are those belonging to China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative. These findings are exacerbated by the global democratic deterioration and bizarre geopolitical polarization, whereby international human rights norms may weaken in favor of vulnerable populations, and businesses have to painstakingly come to terms with the varied and often clashing views on what constitutes an abuse. This isn't a surprise to Amnesty International, who have also released their own report, detailing the world's current human rights status. With an increase in war crimes, crimes against humanity, repression of freedoms, economic crises and rising inequality, to name a few, Amnesty International would appear to confirm Verisk Maplecroft's depressing analysis. As the pressure upon international human rights continues to ramp up, with several seemingly opaque lenders stepping out of traditional lending institutions such as the International Monetary Fund, the specter of a human rights crisis looms large on the horizon. As campaigners gather here in London today to protest China's flagrant abuse of human rights, we urge those in power to take immediate action to protect the vulnerable populations, stand up for individuals' freedoms and ensure that their rights are not infringed upon by China, or any nation.